What is the biggest industry going today in the market? Hello, everybody. Welcome to Fall River Media News. Um, yeah. Today I was just, you know, um, I was just on. I was talking about, the fire station. I was talking about, having police in our neighborhoods. I'm going to see who. Um, let's see if. Um, let's see here if me invite a guest on. See here. Uh, so let me write a. All right. So, anyways, I was talking about business. Okay, that what we need here in the city of Fall River. So, um, and when I'm done talking about that, I'm hoping Eric comes on. Um, so when I'm done talking about the businesses and stuff like that, I want to talk about also. I want to talk about the um, the Bank Street Armory because that's always that Bank Street Armory is always being basically putting on the back burner a lot. Um, so right now, okay, um, right now, the biggest industrial and the market worldwide is one artificial intelligence AI automation, technology, software, clouds, computing, defense, airspace, healthcare, biography, advanced manufacturing, and robotics, energy, especially clean energy and power, infrastructure, cybersecurity, semiconductors, electronics, cameras, logic, logic, financial technology, fine tech. Those are the biggest electronics growing today over here, and the biggest industrial growing today. So defense technology, electronics, advanced manufacturing, automation systems. These industrial exp- exploding exploding because the companies are trying to replace expensive labor, increase production, and secure supply chains and build smarter factories and use AI everywhere. So yeah, I mean, look at it. So um, the industrial AI is 4 billion to 5 billion plus. I mean, not many people would agree with me, but not many people would actually agree with me on this. But that's exactly what it is. Defense airspace, 2.5 trillion plus global. Okay, so um, that's what it is right now. Cybersecurity, 250 billion plus. So for cybersecurity, clean energy, trillions investing in globally, and massive growth Cloud computer is 1 trillion plus. Massachusetts, especially, is a strong in AI, robotics, defense, contractors, medical technology, electronics, research, engineering. Companies like RTX, Raytheon, Boston, Dynamatic, Amazon, NVDA, and Tesla is pushing huge investments into AI, robotics, or automation and electronics manufacturing. The biggest long-term threat is right now, especially AI, robotics, advanced manufacturing combines together. That's why you keep hearing about smart factories and humanoid robots, warehouse robots, AI systems, drones technology, auto, auto, uh, or motors, vehicles, and industrial automation. These are the becoming the next major industrial wave, is similar to how computers and the internet exploded in the 1990s and 2000s. I mean, this is like really crazy. I mean, come on, man. You know. Um, I mean, I just got done basically looking this up. Okay, and I mean, yeah. So humanoid robots, warehouse robots, AI systems, drone technology. They are the biggest growing business um, today. You know what I'm saying? Look around you. Um, I mean, people might say otherwise and say, "Oh, no," but they're lying. Okay, but it is. Okay. I remember the time that I ran for. I remember the time that I ran for city council, and I had a debate between all of them, and I did mention, okay, that I would support electronics because I mean, I would support electronics because that is the biggest thing going today. You know what I'm saying? Now, you know, electric bikes, okay, electric bikes, scooters. Um, I mean, that's the biggest thing going today. You know what I mean? A lot of people are making millions, and trillions off of this. You know what I'm saying, well, you know why? Because look at the gas prices today. Okay, gas prices are up. The gas prices are still up there. Okay, so basically for the summertime, okay, people want to save their gas. Okay, to and get an e-bike or an e-scooter, to go drive around with. But again, okay, Governor Moore Healy, she proposed, that all electric bikes and e-bikes should have registrations. So, what is Governor Moore Healy doing? Is putting more taxes on the people. Okay, you're putting more taxes on the people, and when you do that, okay, I mean, her ratings are like down the tubes. So just like Mayor Paul Coogan, uh, you know, uh, just like Mayor Paul Coogan with his market rate housing, he's more focusing on that and the waterfront than basically looking at other things. Okay, he's not looking at uh, Bank Street Armory. He's not asking the people what they want. Okay. He's basically just doing what the hell he thinks he can do by himself. Okay. Just like the contract. Wow. It's like the contract with the chief. Okay. You know, he didn't ask to. He did it. He did that contract without the city council knowing about it. But good thing she's Kelly is. Chief Kelly, former Chief Kelly is retired. Thank God. You know what I'm saying? That poor woman went through that poor woman went through hell with Mayor Paul Coogan, basically. You know, sad, but you know, yeah, that's sad. You know, but you know, there is things. I don't know if James is working, so I don't know if he can come on or not. But if James wants to come on, he can come on. He got my what do you call it? So, let's see. Um, so, but I kind of like really feel bad for her. She kind of like went through hell with Mayor Paul Coogan, um, for that matter. You know what I'm saying? But good thing, she got rewarded. She got her rewards and stuff, and that's good. And but I mean, I don't get it sometimes. You know what I'm saying? And we talk about you know uh, you know uh, property taxes. We talk about the override 2.5, which is Governor Moore Healy wants to get rid of that. By the way, you know what I'm saying? Same thing with Mayor Mitchell New Bedford wants to also get rid of the 2.5 override too. He wants to get rid of the 2.5 too. Look at all the layoffs in New Bedford. That's a that's another story over there. Wow. And well, let me tell you something, bro. Candidate for governor Brian Shortsleeve was in New Bedford with his running mate, and he was talking about the fire station. He was talking about the things that he wants to do. You know, but hey, you know something? Um, um, I'm really looking at him right now too. So basically, and but I'll tell you one thing though, Maura Healy, she's something else, man. Okay, the Healy and Driscoll administration. I mean, yeah, she's the reason why she's grabbing all that tax money. She wants all that tax money. She's going to tax everything. Is because she gave all those tax money to the illegal aliens. That's why. You know what I'm saying? That is why. Okay. And if anybody said anything to me about it, I would say, you know what? My opinion and my opinion. You know what I'm saying? So, um, but I mean, I understand about the e-bikes and stuff, but again, I mean, we talk about this every Wednesday. Okay, at some point, we talk about this every Wednesday. You cannot, you know, um, babysit people's kids. Okay, basically, that is the parents' job. Okay, not the government's job. Okay, you know, um, I mean, they think, government thinks that they can, uh, you know, um, do everything, tell us what to do, tell us how to do this, tell us how to do that. Okay. They can't. Okay. First off, one, they don't work for us. Actually, they do work for us. We don't work for them. Okay. So we basically, with our taxes, pay their salary. That's what we do. The working class. Don't they realize that the more taxes that they uh, raise on us, the more people are going to be moving out. The more people will move out. They don't. They don't understand that. Okay, they don't understand that. So what they're trying to do is trying to make up the reason why they want to tax us the way they do, because they want to try to make up the money that they spent, that they overspend. Government, and that they overspend. Okay, they want to try to make the money up, because they know that forensic audit is out. Okay, and they know that they're getting caught. Okay, so they know that they're getting caught and they're in a jam. Okay, basically. So I mean, it's pretty obviously obvious. You know what I'm saying? Moy Healy knows that she's in a jam. Okay, the Driscoll and Healy administration. All right, she knows that she's in a jam. Okay, and what she's trying to do is she's trying to find every she's trying to find every little thing to get herself out of it, which is, let me tell you something, it's too late to bail yourself out of it, because you dug yourself a hole and you dug it too deep. Okay, where that where that that you spent all our money. So that's why she's trying to tax everyone. Okay. Wow, Macy got beat. And Macy got beat. Yeah, Thomas Macy got beat. Wow, what amazing, man! Nothing surprises me in that one, in that race. That guy, was it the congressman or the Senate race? Yeah, Macy got beat by a new guy. So let me tell you now the approval ratings. Okay, I'm gonna pull up something here. Uh, Map out showing Donald Trump's approval ratings as every state after 16 months. New national polling showing that President Donald Trump is remaining underwater nationwide across key battlegrounds. State with approval trailing disapproval is 16 months into the second term. Well, that stuff could actually change. Key points: Trump's approval standing at 38% nationally, with 58% disapprovals based on rolling polls of more than 105 registered voters. And he is underwater in every major swinging state. True. Remaining relentlessly narrow support remains. The support remains strongest in a deep red state like Wyoming. Net approval 24%, and West Virginia 18%. The opposing is rich in a deep blue state, which is approved, topping 70%, and Hawaii, Maryland. The dates come from Civics Daily Online, tracking polls which use a large national panel for statistical modeling. Yeah, so those polls are, tremendous. Okay. Um, yeah, Trump's polls are tremendous. And let me tell you, but I'll tell you though, all the ones that were running for Congress and Senate and stuff like that, they've been winning. So he's got a pretty good rating there. But okay, so I'm gonna pull up something else. I want to pull up Raytheon because Raytheon is the one of the biggest growing industries also today too. So Raytheon, what are the numbers to Raytheon? Company's revenue is growth in rates, credit ratings, rating scales like 1 to 10, stock markets numbers, or something else. Um, what are the growing numbers to Raytheon? Okay. RTX Raytheon is showing very strong growth numbers right now in both defense and aerospace. Here are the latest growth numbers for 2025 and 2026. The 2025 sales was about 88.6 billion total revenue, up about 10% year over year. So yeah, so the 2026 projected sales is 92.90 minus 93 billion expected. Backlog in future contracts waiting to be completed about 268 minus 271 billion. That's basically a lot. Q3, the quarter 3, 2025, quarterly sales growth was 12% increase year over year. The quarter 2, 2025, quarterly sales growth of 9% increase. Free cash flow for 2025. This is in 2025, about 7.9 billion. Missile defense systems, radars, aircraft, engine parts, Whitney, military electronics, AI assistant defense system, aerospace, air pairs, and maintenance services. The company is growing because the world defense spending is increasing. NATO countries are buying more systems. Demand for Patriot missiles systems is raising, and commercial airline travel is recovering strongly. For Massachusetts, especially defense electronics, AI robots, and advanced manufacturing ties to companies like RTX are among the strongest growing industrial sectors right now. Well, there are some people that don't agree with that. Okay. But if I'm putting it out there, it's up to you guys to look at it. Okay. Facts check it. Do what you got to do. Okay. That's what you got to do. So, Okay, so I got more numbers for Raytheon. So the 2026 numbers. Okay. RTX is projecting some very large growth numbers for 2026, especially in the defense missiles, aerospace, AI systems, radars, and advanced manufacturing. Here are the major 2026 growth numbers. Well, I categories in 2025, like I said, exactly 2026 outlook. Revenue sales is 88.6 billion, 92 minus 93.5 billion. Organic growth is 10% in 2025, 5 minus 6% projected. Like I said, backlogs 268 billion to 271 billion plus. Defense backlogs is 107 billion, 109 billion plus. Free cash flow is 7.9 billion, 8.25 minus 8.75 billion. Employees 185,000, still around 85,000 plus. Most people don't believe that. Okay, so most of them don't. But my question is why? Why don't you believe it? Okay, when I looked it up on Google, and then now I look it up again on AI. So the numbers are about the same. Okay, so the numbers are about the same. And quarter one and 26 revenue. Oh, employee 185, still 185,000 plus. Quarter one 2026 revenue 222.1 billion in one quarter. And one ASPS growth plus 21% YOY. Okay. So a few of the biggest growth in areas inside our RTX right now: the missile systems, Patriots missile defense, radar systems, AI defense systems, aerospace, engines, aircraft maintenance, and aftermarket, military electronics, motors, systems, and robotics, related defense tech. The biggest reason by RTX is the growing too fast is the massive global demands on defense systems and aerospace productions. The backlog, basically featuring contract workers, is over 271 billion, which is one of the largest in the industrial. RTX has also said that they are investing over 10.5 billion into production expansion, R&D, manufacturing capacity, missile output, and advanced technology development in 2026. This is why that the defense and aerospace are considering one of the fastest growing industrials in Massachusetts right now, especially around advanced electronics, robotics, AI, cybersecurity, and automation, manufacturing. A lot of the growth is connected directly with the kind robotics and automated factories concept, and been sketching out. Yeah. So look at it. I mean, you may not want to, listen to this. You may not want to believe it, but let me tell you something. Okay. If you care about your city that you live in, I don't care. Any politician, ones that run for Senate, anybody. If you care about your city, you care about these numbers. Okay. You want to look up these numbers, you look up these numbers. Okay. You fact check these numbers. Okay. But I'm only telling you because I looked it up on AI and I looked it up on Google. Okay. These numbers came out right. Okay. But I don't get it and I don't understand. Okay. Why? How come people are saying, I'm not saying that you're lying. I'm not saying that. Okay. Um, you know, some of these numbers could be a little bit exaggerating, but it's when somebody runs for political office, they should be the one fact checking this. They should be the ones looking up at these numbers and see if they're right. Okay, you know that is that's what's wrong with the world today. Okay, you know if you think these numbers are wrong, which is I'm not saying that you're wrong. Okay, I'm not saying that you're wrong. Maybe they are wrong. Maybe they're right. You know what I'm saying? But anybody that runs for public office, state office, they should be the ones that be looking up these numbers. Hey, look at this. Okay. My uncle used to own two plate companies, one in Iowa, one in New York. I mean, he told me about something about his growing rates, okay, growing numbers. 200, I think he told me one time it was 285 billion, okay, and the second and the third quarter, okay, that's what I think he told me. I'm not sure, but hey, I've been brought up around business, okay. I have family that have business, okay, and they taught me a lot about it, okay. They taught me a lot about it. Now, let me tell you something. So that's why I said, you know, um, if anybody's going to get into a business, hey man, electronics are a growing 275 billion dollars, okay, in business with electronics. Okay, all right. Cybersecurity. Okay, that is also I think a $200 trillion. That's really up there in numbers, as far as I know. So, but it's really sad though. Well, that it's really sad that people like you know like to say, oh, well, those numbers are wrong. Well, check the numbers. If you think these numbers are wrong, check them. Fact check them. Like you fact check everything else. Okay. So, and Terrence K. Williams, 1.4 million in union dues towards the Help and American Federation teachers and presidents ran, created, and promote her book, according to Freedom Foundation and reporting from New York Post unions and founders and consul consultants and lawyers and others resources and finance and teachers do we are using to help products and market booking 1.4 million and union dues went towards to helping American Federation of Teachers and Presidents. The president of Randi Weingarten created. Yeah. So yeah. So I was just reading something that Terrence Williams put over here. My condolence to Bonnie Frank, 1940 to 2000 to 2026. He recently just had passed away. Massachusetts congressman. Yeah, he was a trailblazer. He died at 86 years old. My condolence to the family. Um, yeah, he was an awesome congressman, though. I'll tell you that right now. I mean, there was, I mean, he's did a lot. Fall Reporter was breaking news. Senior skip day for Fall River area, Rhode Island, and students erupt into a violent at two local beaches. 9 arrests made from Fall River and Midway. Here is what we know. Okay, so yeah, that too. Um, Swansea voters is okayed 53 million budgets now. Clean energy zoning and town meetings. Oh boy. Short sleeve, Lieutenant Governor Oliver. There's only on ticket on the ballot. So unfair ticket on the ballot. So yeah, so I honestly do support right now Brian Shortsleeve, live streaming South Coast Human Resources Organizer, announced that Three Keys promotion, its leadership team, see link on the bottom. I am right now, and 99% is Israel as a could run for prime minister. So maybe after I do this, I'll go to Israel and run for a prime minister. I had a poll this morning. I am 99%, so that's good. Well, here it is. I mean, hey, a lot of people talk about Donald Trump. A lot of people, there's people out there that don't like Donald Trump. And okay, fine. Okay, that's your opinion. But I talk about him, okay, because um, I think I don't agree on wars. I wish that wars wouldn't happen, but I mean, he's done a lot of good things. Exclusive New York lawmakers debated on 255K gift for uh, Taylor Swift travels. Awesome. And Dunkin' Donuts is Westport, Mass. Russell Desbians. Um, Justice Department has announced charges against former Cuban president Raul Castro. So Raul Castro, man, he's not a good guy at all. Raul Castro. So yep. So Florida lawmakers held a press conference in the U.S. The indictments of Raul Castro. Yeah, of course. I mean, look at the guy, man. So you can tell me how this is anyone else's fault outside from these currently serving a or local state government voters, Gabriel Boomer Amro, for senator, and every other candidate that it will to stand up for our families against status quo. Experts and guys in Somerset that talked about standing up for saying and nothing and does nothing because I'm sorry, this is boomers. I didn't want to read that. Massachusetts is the fourth place in average monthly household cost, 3,927, which is for 47,124 annually. The state has fourth the highest mortgage cost. Oh, I have to do something with this. Wait a minute. Oh, I gotta read this. this is what you basically have to read. Let me see if I put it up there on Facebook. Nice. Okay, I'm going to go to Facebook right now, and I'm going to put the annual cost up there. This is like, all right, let's create a tab for Facebook. Ball from Facebook. Let's create a tab. I don't want to watch you clones. Rhode Island Governor Democratic Party. Look at this. Ooh. This is all nuts. Wait a second here. All right. Okay. Let me see here. Look at this. Watch this. Boom. All right. Booyah. Okay. Well, I'm going to read off I'm going to read it up, and if you guys can see that up there, I mean, that's fine with you guys. Massachusetts in the fourth place with an average of monthly household costs of $3,927, which is $47,124 annually. The state has the fourth highest mortgage in the coast, paying $2,386 a month. An average of Massachusetts residents is also paying the highest auto insurance bills of $167 monthly. The highest waste and recycling bills are $127 monthly, and the second highest gas bill is $117 monthly. The study conducted by the Energy Rates Corporation website, utilityrates.com, examined the average of cost of utilities. The internal household expenses each used state included gas, electric, water, waste, recycling, cable, internet, and more. The total monthly and annual bill were calculated in each state and ranking from high to lowest cost. California, 4,193. New Jersey, 4,036. Massachusetts, 3,927. New York, 3,779. Washington, 3,670. Connecticut, 3,652. Maryland, 3,570. Alaska, 3,508. Colorado, 3,468. Annual bills, $5,050.316. Mortgage, $2,657. 2,000 annual bills, yeah. 48,437. 32. 48,336. 47.124. 45,348. 44,040. 43. 45,348, 44,040, 43,000, 824, 42,840, 42,000.96, 41,568. So these are annual bills. These are mortgages coming up now. 2,657, 2,533, 2,494, 2,386, 2,315, 2,000.84, 2,138, 1,952, 1,834, 2,020. Wow. So now the mortgage, the mortgage, $60 to 100 to 80, 117 to 92, 99, 108, 80, 100, then $80, then 136, then 85. Now, gas and electric, 125, 124, 192, 136, 120, 120 again, 129, 150, 121, 104. So that is the basic, that the state will highest household bills. And, in California, New Jersey, Hawaii, and Massachusetts, and New York, and Washington, and Connecticut, and Maryland, and Alaska, and Colorado. So, so those are the those are the highest, because right now Massachusetts is in there, basically. So Massachusetts is there. Yeah. So when you're comparing rates, okay, not only Massachusetts is the highest. Well, you got Connecticut, New York. You got different states are basically the highest. So let's look up something else. Let's look up at property taxes in Massachusetts. Average effective property taxes rates at 1.1% minus 1.15% of a home value minus annual property tax bill around 60,000 minus 70,000 per year. Okay. Example by city and towns, local approximately tax rates. Boston, 0.6% minus 1.9%. Example, 4,500 minus 6,500. Example for annual taxes. Okay. This is in Boston. Cambridge, about 0.59%. 5,800. Worcester, about 1,000.86%. Okay, so example for annual, 4,500. Springfield, about 1.94%, 3,400. Newton, about 1.3% for $12,500. That's basically a lot of money. Okay. For example, estimate of $50,000 for a home at a 1.1% rate, about 5,500 per year. A $70,000 home at a 1.1% rate, it's about 7,700 per year. If you want, I can also tell you that property taxes for our specific Massachusetts and Bristol County Fall River numbers. Yes. Waltham residential tax rates 11.67% per 1,000. Home valuable FY26 Fall River residence rate is about 1.11% minus 1.15% effective rate. Here are the means or real numbers. Home values: $30,000, about 3,500 a year. About 5,835 a year. Oh, it's 50,000, about 5,835 a year. 70,000, about 8,169 a year. Massachusetts overall average around 1.11%, 1 minus 14, 1.14% effective property tax statewide. Massachusetts is also Proposition 2.5, which is generally limited annual local property taxes level growth of to 2.5% plus new growth. Some towns are much higher than lower. Higher taxes are Worcester County, Springfield, and Western Mass towns. Lower taxes are Boston, Cambridge, Nantucket, Maryland, and Virginia. There are also exemptions available for seniors, veterans, disabled homeowners, and property residents, and home state protection. So yeah, so there is there's a lot of things in play here. So example for annual tax would be 4,500, 6,500, 580, 4,500, 2,400, 12,500. So yeah, there you go. So property tax rates are specific in Massachusetts, towns, Bristol County or Fall River numbers, and compare Massachusetts tax other states. Yeah. So in your area, property taxes are ruthless. Wortham residential tax rates about 11.6%, 1,000. Home value FY 2026 for residence rates about 1.11% minus 1.15% effective rate here. Yeah. So it's Massachusetts also has a Proposition 2.5, which is generally limited. So, but again, that's what so then again, that's with Moy Hilly. Moy Hilly, there is some things for veterans, seniors, disabled owners, and primary residents, and homestead protection. So they got something for the disabled veterans, for the disabled people too as well. If people want to buy homes, but the government don't tell you that. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So, but these are the things that you basically would have to find out for yourself. So yes, so those are the things that you would actually find out for yourself. So and yeah, I mean it's easy. I mean to find out for yourself. You know what I'm saying? Because when you have rates like that, they don't tell you that for the disabled, for this, for the disabled veterans and things like that too. Um, so let me find out something else. Two. Okay, I'm coming up with what does it cost to own a house in Massachusetts? Owning a house in Massachusetts is expensive because you are paying for more than just the mortgage. It's a big cost. Home prices, mortgage payments, property tax, home insurance, utilities, repairs, maintenance, and right now in 2026, an average of Massachusetts home value about 62,000, 74, 7,000, 74,000, depending on the area and a house type. Average property tax bills around 6,000, minus 8,100 per year. Average homeowners or insurance roughly at 1,200, 3,000 per year, depending on the location and coastal cities like Fall River and New Bedford are the highest until for a house often 350 to 700 a month. Yeah, so it's so yeah, expensive. Mortgages are 600K for homes, so 3,500, 4,300 estimated monthly costs. Total estimate of monthly costs is a lot of homeowners is also set aside about one, two and a half of the home value yearly for repairs, roof, heating system, plumbing, appliances, snow removal, driveway repairs. Expensive, saying many buyers estimating hitting costs behind mortgages. People on Rabbit and housing reforms and also talk about how Massachusetts housing costs has risen much faster than the income, especially around the greater Boston area. If you want, I can also break down what incomes you are really need to own a house in Massachusetts. The cheapest towns is buying in homes, much own payments. I see a house next door, six tenement house next door, up for sale, up for sale by a realtor. Okay. Who's gonna buy it? That house will probably sit on the market for a little while until somebody comes up and negotiates a price. So that's basically how that goes. Um, but I tell you one thing though, there is a lot of crime here in the city. There is. I mean, there is a lot of crime here in the city, and and I'm not kidding you. I mean, if you guys, you know, go out once in a while, maybe you can actually see, what is going on in the city. You know what I'm saying? It is. It's scary. I mean, and that's why we need police to patrol the neighborhoods. You know what I'm saying? And if they can patrol, I mean, walk, not drive. Don't just come through and say, okay, everything's okay. You walk through, you talk to the neighbors, you talk to people, and you find out what is going on. You know what I'm saying? You find out. That's how policing is. Okay. That's how policing is. You find out what is going on. So I don't know if James is on. Let's see if he wants to come on. Yeah, so it's Fall River is kind of sketchy when it comes to actually Fall River is kind of sketchy when it comes to owning homes. You know what I'm saying? So I know um, CJ and Chip. I mean, they always mention it all the time. You know what I'm saying? And it is. It's kind of it's crazy. You know what I'm saying? Um, you know, let me see if he's working. Yeah. Okay, maybe I just asked him if he wanted to come on. Maybe he'll probably will. I don't know. But that's the average of owning a home. Big cost. I mean, the cost. Okay. Um. So so that is the biggest average of homes. I mean, that is a lot. I mean, I've had aunts and uncles that used to own homes. Um, I remember my aunt. My aunt Eva, before she passed away. Um, she used to own. She used to own a home here in Fall River, and that was her first home that she bought, and it was down next to SRTA bus station where they park all the buses. And she paid 128,000 for the house. Okay, 28 grand, 28,000. Okay, for the house. And let me tell you something. But back then, um, the uh, the houses were like cheap. Okay, not like now. You know what I'm saying? In 2026, they're so expensive. I mean, you have to rent. Rents are ferocious. The rents are like 2,000, 1,700. 3 bedroom, $2,000, $3,000 a month. I mean, that's without having that's basically without having subsidized housing. Okay, that's basically not having subsidized housing, basically. So yes. Oh. So but we're gonna get off the housing thing a little bit, and we're gonna go to this right now. A woman holding in parking lot space for a friend drove in supplies, gets out of it, and self parking. Social Security recipients could receive a large COLA adjustment, and forecasters say here's how they could. Uh, Kamala Harris and Doug Amhos is reportedly living separately after source claims that their marriage is going down the tubes. Several storms within 7 miles. Scattered winds coming from for 6 U.S. states tonight. I don't know. Ambulances transported patients to hospitals and facility. Entrances closed. Former Massachusetts Congressman Barney Frank died at 86. My condolence to the family. Barney Frank, I met him in person when I was a kid. When I was just a kid, my father told me. Barney Frank. I met him when I was just a kid growing up in Massachusetts. I had a lot to say to that young man. Wasn't a bad person at all. Haiti history is getting ready to shake up Fall River bakery scene. The Haitian entry is getting ready to shake up Fall River bakery scene, which is good. That too there. You are finding nearly 50-foot trucks at this level in Massachusetts in flea markets. Well, it's because people donate, people give things away. Republicans vote down amendment that would prevent Trump from paying the January 6th defense. Oh my God. Moments UPS plans to explore during the takeover of leaving 15 dead and engine separated from wings and terrifying, which Governor Mort Healy is making pitch on on ways Boston should be hosting the 2028 DNC. She's a nutcase. Polls are showing wildly defense bet outcome possible for November midterms. That is the corrupt CNN. Brad Pitt's girlfriend wears the Tennessee tank with a banging cream. Oh God! Weather alert heats up. Weather alert heats advisory. Scattered several thunderstorms expected. Person under Section 12 and at Durfee School with the medic on scene. A girl can't sing. Mass teen of NFL hopes to prevent things impossible, which is Omar silent when confronted on alleged ties to massive Minnesota fraud scandal, which is, yeah. So she had massive fraud scandals going on in Minnesota. Oh my God. So releasing tension of lifetimes in single seconds. Oh. Rhode Island Contractor Registrations and License Board calls to attention to shady operations. The Storm Prediction Center just issued a level 3 astronaut tornado risky for 80 million people. Temperatures are raising temperatures like Stabian flights reporting by 3 English Beach. The polls of voters support Healy but unsure of the state future. Oh my God. Pete Hegseth delivers his best Trump impression of campaigning rallies. Mayor Wu is looking to save hundreds of Boston public school jobs, typing into city revenue. John Freeman warns Democratic based his becoming increasingly anti-American as he blames praying to praise when mind will not rest with racing thoughts. Yeah. Suspicious death under investigation in Newport Hotel. 8 members of the U.S. Congress and announced they will not seek re-election in 2026. Ooh. Students' emergency shutdown. South Middletown High School, parents left searching for answers. Walmart forced to enforce stricter no under 18 rules at all stores with deal counters and bakeries. 9 arrests after 1,200 teens gathered in a second beach in Middletown. There was a big, huge brawl going on over there. They needed Newport, and Rhode Island police to go down there and help the Middletown Police Department. Service weather hits New England following the highest spring day since 1941. Trump says he is in no hurry to end Iraq conflict. Oh, he better. Governor Marquis budgets an amendment to provide $1.6 million for Newport Hospital's birthing center. Ledge Joel and Brad Pitt's son can knock 17 locks just like his dad at his sister's college graduation. The underground reserve waste, hidden and the activity. Well, let's see. The new 2027 Social Security forecast has senior buzzing about Trump's bump. 25 investigations in Massachusetts state workers clocked out and cashing in. Spanberg's voters and marijuana market bill. Options for the city of Fall River condones that the U.S. of the police search warrant to dock residents. Students sue Massachusetts claiming that early segregating school districts. NTSB released new videos of UPS Flight 2976. Wow, crashed. And all these locations, branches for 3 checkouts. The maximum rule is under states and new limit bills. Hangum Jeffries, the shadiest one of them all. Shared over disgustingly violent calls for Dems to break spirit of MAGA. Yeah, okay. Cool. Let me see what else is going on. Leaving results of Georgia senators and primaries. Fall Rivers launch a seafood festival on May 23rd. Red Lobsters to close long-running locations after 56 years. Fall Rivers John Bannon peacefully returned stolen plants to Belmont Club. Yeah, somebody robbed them. Yeah, it's people like to steal. You know what I'm saying? So somebody stole a plant and returned it back. Removing sand and stones from Massachusetts beach is the big no. Grocery prices from 1997 to 2026. How much more are we paying? Let's find out. Notice your phone is inclined to some clutter. Okay. Last week I found protein groceries receipts from 1997 tucked inside a used book at a location thrift store for the receipt for documents by running 27 everyday grocery items purchases and Stop and Shop grocery stores in Massachusetts for the total of $38.86. Curious how far that the same amount of money would stretch today. I recreated shopping trips items by items using comparable products at a Bozeman grocery store. 27 grocery store items for under $40 in 1997. That is the same trip cost of 110 today. How does your grocery bill compare? Which full story? Wow. Ah, grocery prices then. Now 1997 receipts tells the story. Original receipts included everything from products, yogurt, and frozen turkey, breasts, mayonnaise, and English muffins. Some of the most eye-catching prices, including 9 yogurts purchased for about zero point 0.3 total, and remaining local price just 69 cents. By comparison, many of these same type of items of cost significantly more, and a jar of mayonnaise costs like $1.79 in 19 dollar 79 in 1997 is now closer name brands and now $7, while ahead of remaining letters rose from 69 cents to $2.49, increase of more than 260%. Ah, that's crazy. Final total retrenched groceries come out to $110, $110.09. Buzzman residents and Rohan and Paul said its prices are different. Did not surprise them. Families eating cheaper foods, not healthy foods, by Paul said. Other residents of Total Todd David said raising grocery prices continue to impact family daily. Well, yeah, it is true. You know what I'm saying? Grocery prices today are impacting the people today. You know what I'm saying? Because of government waste and government control. You know what I'm saying? Government waste, government control. The government spends more money than the average Joe. I mean, some people got food stamps, some people don't have food stamps. Some people got 25, some people got $600 in food stamps. So, you know, but we can't keep living like this. You know what I'm saying? And living like this. You know what I'm saying? Because government the government right now is trying to control us, but we cannot let the government control us. We have to do something other than that, and we have to keep fighting a good fight. I mean, that is the best thing for Fall River. So, let's see here. Back in the see how much groceries cost today. Oh boy. Groceries today can really vary depending on how many people are in the house, what foods you are buying, and where you shop in Massachusetts. Prices are usually a little high than national average. Here is a root of monthly estimates for 2026. One person is about $300, 500 a month. Two people is about 600, is 900 a month. Family of four, about 1,100. It's 1,500 a month. Okay. that works out to roughly 75 minus 125 per week for one person, 150 to 225 per week for two people. I mean, that's basically a lot of money. So that goes to show you that grocery prices are so high. Okay, grocery prices. That's why the grocery prices are so high. Okay, because look at it. One person, 300. One person's about 300, 500 a month, just for one person. Two people, about 600. Please listen to this. 900 a month. Family of four is about 1,100, about 1,500 a month. Okay, so that's for four people. Okay, just imagine. Okay, oh, one person 150, 250, 225 per week for two people. About 800 to 1,000 a month for two adults. 250 to 400 a month for one person if the budgeting is carefully. If you're doing a budget carefully. So I mean that's a lot of money for groceries. Okay. For one person, two people, four people. I could say if you had four people in the house. Okay. So yeah, four people in the house. Of course, it's going to for four families about $1,100, 1,500 a month. Yeah, that's fine. You know what I'm saying? Because you basically got more mouths to feed than the average Joe that lives by himself. Okay. So for one person, $300 to 500 a month. Yeah, that's pretty much. Yeah, it's yeah, that's a lot of money, man. It's crazy. You know, especially today's housing markets, rents, property taxes, insurance, those things. Okay, you know, those things. Those things are yeah. It's for one person. It's expensive. Let me see. Did for groceries. Well, back in the 1970s, grocery prices were much lower than today's, but people also earn much less money. Here are some average U.S. grocery prices from the mine to late 1970s. Milk was 1 gallon of milk about $1.30 to 170. Bread, one loaf about 30 cents to 50 cents. Dozen eggs was about 70 to 90 cents. Ground beef was 1 pound about $1 to $1.50. Chicken whole about 60 to 80 cents per pound. Potatoes, 10-pound bags, about 150 to $2. Coffee, 1 pound, about 250, $4. Soda, 2 liter. Uh, it's around 50 to 70 cents. Cereal, 50 cents to $1 a box. A typical family grocery bill in the 1970s might have been around 25 to 50 per week. For a similar family, around 100 to 200 per a month total. For comparison, average U.S. household income in 1975 was really $130 $13,000 to $14,000 a year. Today's groceries cost much more, but income are also higher. Here's what same comment of 1970 groceries look like back in the day. 47 cents. 1970s, man. Sugar, coffee, 47.43. Ice cream, 45 cents. Wow. I'm talking, God, man, this is like horrendous. Bananas, 29 cents. Jumbo eggs, 95 cents. Ground beef, $1.79. Fried chicken, $1.99 a pound. I mean, this is I mean, I'll actually put it up. Hold on 1 second. Let me put it up on Facebook, man. I'll actually put it up. I'll show you exactly what I'm talking about. I'm gonna put it up right now to show you exactly what I'm talking about here. Let's see if I can find it. Yeah, and so before then, I'm on. All right, so I really want to get to this Bank Street Armory too. So, I mean, look at the Bank Street Armory. Okay, we remember we used to have wrestling. I don't know if anybody remembers Hulk Hogan. Okay, I don't know if anybody does, but I'm sure people do remember him. He was the Hulk Hogan was the was famous in wrestling. He was the heavyweight champion. He was the Intercontinental champion. He also was. Let's see here. Hulk Hogan got called from Sylvester Stallone to accept part in the Rocky 3, and then calls Vince McMahon, sir, to tell him of his plans, and got fired. But by Vince over the phone, Hogan was at the Bank Street Armory in Fall River. Yeah, he was. Hulk Hogan was at the Bank Street Armory. But I honestly want to hope that they fix up this Bank Street Armory and stop putting more businesses downtown, because Fall River is getting to becoming a ghost town. Okay. So Fall River is becoming a ghost town. So so Fall River is becoming a ghost town, and um, we don't want that. Uh, yeah, so that doesn't matter. I mean, I'm just talking about some stuff. Let me see here. Yeah, I got a couple of things here. Um, yeah, I did talk about the restaurant that I went to, what they're hiring. Let me see. The weather for today. I have to put that up. The weather for today, Wednesday, which is today, 55, 64, 88, 8 miles an hour, 60%, 61, 66, 5 miles an hour. Friday, 47, 64, 69, Saturday, 5. Let's see. I gotta put these sunglasses on here. Let's see here what's going on here. Friday, 47.64. That's today's well, Friday will be cloudy with 47.64, 6 miles an hour, 740, 50%, 48.63, 5 miles an hour. Sunday will be cloudy to 85%, 47, 57, 10. Monday, 65%, 53, 65 at 7 miles an hour. Tuesdays, it's going to be nice. Wednesday again for the 5-day forecast. Wednesday and Friday. Wednesday and Thursday, 57, 79 at 8, 58, 77. Friday, 57, 77 at 6. Yeah, all right. Yeah, so that's the weather right there from Fall River Media News. So may try to get to I gotta schedule out some sports. So yeah, Boston City Council tells Mayor Wu to give up. Oh, this is what I really want to look at too, right here. Boston City Councilor, look at this. Boston City Councilor calls for Mayor Wu to give up $43K, ranking aim at $70 million budget shortfall. That's right there. Yeah, Boston City Councilor is letting her know. Oh yeah, oh there's shit happening now, dude. Of course. Yeah, it's Forward Media News is scheduled features guests 2:30 next Tuesday. Let's see what's going on. Yeah, I think they should fix up that Bank Street Armory, in my opinion. So, yep, I think they should. All right, so yeah.
No. Jacob. Those no I see the seasons out the sauce. It's like to make spaghetti.
Yeah, so yep. I'd say this is my logo right here. So yep, so I got my logo sitting right there. Yeah. But I'll tell you though, the grocery 47 cents, $3 for $4, 69 cents, 89 cents, 69 cents. Yeah. Back then it was great. back then. But people got greedy, and some people got greedy, you know. And when you get greedy, so bananas 29 cents, jumbo eggs 95, ground beef $1.79, fried chicken $1.99. Yeah, this is back in wow, jeez. Yeah, so yeah, that was basically along. So but you know what? I'm going to continue on fighting for what we for what the taxpayers deserve. So yeah, so I'm going to continue on. City of Fall River health insurance costs jumped up to 38% from 37 million to nearly 50 million in 2 years. This is basically wow. And this is under the Coogan administration. Wow. This is crazy. See if anybody comes on or not. Um, watch this. No, I'm almost done anyways. Let's see, yeah. I got somebody coming on next Tuesday anyway. Um, all right, let's see if I can find it right there. All right, let me see if I can actually find it.
Who knows? Maybe I never. You only one can for people soft, Jacob, nothing else. One can for enough.
I don't understand why I can't find it. I posted it.
For this. This wasn't a topic that needed to be discussed, but it is happening to so many people right now. Maybe it could happen to someone that you know, or maybe it could even happen to you. I'm talking about rental scams on Facebook. And honestly, it breaks my heart seeing so many people being taken advantage of for just simply trying to find a safe place to live. Imagine being someone who is looking for a place to live, so just scroll on Facebook Marketplace. Just want to find something affordable. Imagine how desperate you already find a listing that gets you a low enough home just to have it marked away by some scam. And then Facebook just shrugs. It's not just money that people are losing, it's trust, security, and sometimes even the roof over their heads. Don't play this moment. Fear of recruitment from White Camper Family Safety.
Try to find some things here.
Is oregano. Do you have all this?
Well, Boomer Amro, Gabriel Amro for Senate. I mean, it's he's Gabriel Boomer Amro for Senate.
Yeah.
Well, everyone, this is Dave Mead for Fall River Media News. Sorry I couldn't catch up with Eric today, and I don't know. I sent him an email. The link. I don't know. Maybe he could be busy. I don't know. But anyways, I'm gonna have somebody on next Tuesday, and so I'm gonna have someone on next Tuesday. And plus, I just bought a new tripod. I just bought new lights for it and everything else and stuff. So I'm gonna be doing more outside. Um, I'm gonna be doing more outside now since the weather's breaking. It's gonna be nice. So, but hey, um, take it easy, everyone. It's a warm day, and I hope everything's okay with everybody. So take care. Have a nice day, everyone. This is Dave Mead, Barber Media News, News Channel 5 podcast. I don't care.